Yes, people, a very, very happy afternoon to all of you. Thank you so much. So, guys, we started with a brand new topic in the last class, which is accounting. Accounting for bills of exchange. You have to be very specific. Let's do a very quick recap of the last class, and then we'll start the topic for the day. What is bills of exchange? Sir, bills of exchange is a negotiable instrument. Negotiable instrument. Okay. When does this concept of bills of exchange arises? Only at the time of credit sale transaction. If credit sale is not existing, the concept of bill of exchange also will not exist. Now, the seller is selling goods to the buyer on credit. Along with that, he will send invoice. Means what? The seller is selling the goods today with the expectation and the hope that he will receive the money in future from the customer. But the seller is fearing, what if the buyer does not give the money on time, or what if he does not give the money at all? Well, in that case, he will have to drag this buyer to the court and recover money from the court proceedings. Yes or no? Okay. In the court, when this matter goes, the court will try its level best to recover the money, but the process is going to be quite slow because of insufficient documentation. Insufficient documentation. Now you will say, why it is insufficient documentation? We have a clear proof that the seller has sold goods to the buyer. Invoice is there. So why can't the court recover the money faster? There are multiple reasons. In that, one reason is invoice is not an acknowledgement of debt. It is just a piece of information which contains the information of the buyer, seller, and the description of the goods, quantity, rate, etc. Nowhere in this invoice, buyer has promised to pay the money. So in that case, the lawyers have to prove, the lawyer of the seller have to prove that we have to recover this money from customer and prove panno, and it will take time. Therefore, to speeden up the legal proceedings, to speed up the recovery procedure, it is advisable that whenever you're doing a credit sale, along with that, you execute a bill of exchange. You draw a bill of exchange on the customer. In that bill of exchange, what do you mention? You mention that which person has to pay what money after how much months or after how many days. And that person has to accept the bill and sign and give that bill back to the seller. So what is bill of exchange? Bill of exchange is a unconditional undertaking. Unconditional undertaking. Is it undertaking? No, it is unconditional order. Bill of exchange is a unconditional order. Bill of exchange is an instrument in writing. First of all, it is an instrument in writing containing unconditional. Means here the customer cannot put any condition for making the payment. And here we are not requesting the customer. It is an order given to customer. Unconditional order signed by the maker. Who is the maker of bill of exchange? Maker means what? Maker means what? The person who is preparing the bill of exchange. He is called as maker. He is also called as drawer. And the opposite person, that is customer, is called as drawee. Once this has been sent to the customer, he has to accept it. So bill of exchange has to be accepted. Only then the bill of exchange becomes a valid instrument or document. Got it? Not got it? Okay. The bill of exchange is instrument in writing containing unconditional order signed by the maker, directing certain person. Certain person means what? Specific person. Certain person. You. What should I do? Pay a certain sum of money. Certain means what? You have to exactly mention how much money should be paid. Exactly. இவ்வளவு ரூபா வரணும்ங்கிறது நீ மென்ஷன் பண்ணணும். So you have to tell that specific person to pay specific amount. Certain na என்னது? Specific person to pay specific money. To whom should I pay this money? Only to me. Or to order of what I say. நான் யாரை சொல்றேன் அவனுக்கு நீ கொடு. Only to me you give. Only to SPJ. Or to order of SPJ. So order of SPJ means what? SPJ will say give this money to Anita. Only to or the order of SPJ. Or any person who's bringing the instrument and giving to you, no? To that person you give it. So who is that person who's giving the document to you? He is called as bearer of the instrument. யாரு இந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட் கையில புடிச்சிட்டு வரானோ குடுக்குறானோ அவனுக்கு நீ கொடுத்துரு. Got it? Not got it? So it is paid to the bearer of the instrument. All these are called as features of bills of exchange. Got it? Not got it? The person who is drawing the bill is called as drawer. The person on whom the bill is drawn is called as drawee. The person who is preparing the bill is called as maker. The opposite person has to accept. He is called as acceptor. The person who has to pay is called as payer. Who will pay the money? Customer. Who will receive the money? Payee. Payee can either be seller or somebody else. If the bill is held by the seller till the date of maturity aptina, who will produce the bill? Seller will produce the bill. In that case, who will receive the money? Seller will receive the money. So who becomes payee here? Seller. But advantage of bill of exchange is that it can be discounted or it can be endorsed also. In the case of discounting, this bill is handed over to whom? This bill is handed over to the banker. So on the maturity date, who will produce the bill to customer? Banker. So customer will pay the money to whom? Bearer of the instrument. Who's the bearer of the instrument? Bank. So who is the payee here? Bank. Or this bill can be endorsed to the creditor. So on the due date, who will produce the bill to the customer? Creditor. Who's creditor? Seller ka creditor. From where seller has purchased and given to customer, no? நான் இங்க வாங்கி தான் கொடுத்திருப்பேன்ல. அப்ப வாங்குறவன் நான் காசு கட்டணும்ல. So that person is called as creditor. He is called as bearer of the instrument. If he produces apnina, customer will make the payment to the creditor. Customer will make the payment to the creditor. Got it, not got it. Then the creditor in our example is called as payee. What is he called as? Payee. Okay. Customer is always called as debtor and seller is always called as creditor. The person who is issuing the bill is called as issuer. The person to whom the bill is issued is issuee. If seller is transferring the bill to creditor, we are called as endorser. We are called as endorser. The person to whom the bill is transferred is called as endorsee. Who is endorsee? Creditor is endorsee. Sir. This bill discounting is there, no? Endorsement is there, no? We did not understand, sir. I didn't even explain. Please understand, I have separate diagram when the bill is retained by the seller on maturity. Adoda accounting treatment enna separately I'll explain. Then if bill is discounted, what is the diagram? In that case, what entry the seller will record, what entry the buyer will record. Separate discussion. The bill is endorsed, for that separate diagram, separate journal entry for seller and buyer. Everything I'll discuss in detail. If I nanna pannirken, last class I've given one idea, no? One information. That information I'm repeating it. Have I taught you anything afresh today? Nothing. So whatever you've learned in the previous class, we are revising. Any problem so far? No. Then what did we discuss in the last class? We discussed the concept of promissory note. Promissory note is also like bill of exchange only. But here, the buyer himself will prepare the document. He is promising that I'll pay the money. So he will prepare the document. Hence it is called as drawer or maker or issuer. The person to whom this promissory note is issued, that is called as drawee or issuee. Got it, not got it. Who's going to pay the money? Payer is going to remain the same and pay is going to remain the same. What we discussed in bills of exchange, no? Payer, payee, both will be same only. Always, whether it is bill of exchange or promissory note, customer will be the payer. And the person who's having the bill, who will receive the money, will be called as payee. Customer is always debtor. Seller is always creditor. The person who's promising is called as promiser. The person to whom you promise to pay the money, that is seller, is called as promisee. Seller will endorse this bill to creditor. Endorsement is to creditor. Discounting is with bank. It is endorser. But in general, promissory note will not be endorsed. Only a bill of exchange will be endorsed because a promissory note, as per your CA foundation material, says that it cannot be paid to the bearer. You cannot make the payment to the bearer of the promissory note. So if I give the bill to creditor becomes bearer. In that case, I cannot endorse it. Clear or not clear? Ana, and the promissory note pannamodu, if I mention the name of creditor and give, then it is paid to whom? Creditor specifically. So creditor name is there in that. So in that case, creditor is not bearer. But bearer ne yaar, whose name is not in the promissory note and payment is given to somebody else. That somebody else is called as bearer. So if creditor name is there in the promissory note, if he is producing the bill of, that is not bill of exchange, promissory note aptina, then creditor is not called as bearer. Got it, not got it. When creditor is called as bearer, in the promissory note, SPJ name is there. SPJ is transferring to some creditor and then the creditor is giving the promissory note aptina, then becomes a bearer instrument. And promissory note cannot be a bearer instrument. Got it, not got it. Clear or not clear? Clear or not clear? But yes, bills of exchange can be bearer instrument. Okay, va. Apana, in bills of exchange, my name is there. I've transferred this to creditor and creditor is producing the bill and taking the money. Is that allowed? Yes. Because in that, bearer of instrument can be paid the amount, can be settled the amount. Got it, not got it. Then we learned in the last class how to calculate the due date and maturity date. So on the date of issue of bill. If we add credit period, we will get due date. With the due date, we add 3 grace days. It becomes maturity date. Now, this credit period should be added to which date? Date of issue of bill or date of acceptance of bill. So this depends on the term of the bill. This depends on the term of the bill. If the term of the bill is after date, then how do you calculate the due date and the maturity date? With the issue date, if you add credit period, you will get due date. With that, if you add 3 grace days, it becomes maturity date. Any problem? No. If the term of the bill is after side, then here on the acceptance date or with the acceptance date, you have to add the credit period. What will you get? Due date. With that, if you add 3 grace days, you will get maturity date. But if your term of the bill is on demand or at site or on presentment, in this case, the base date is issue date. With the issue date, you will add the credit period, but here you're not supposed to add the grace days. So in this case, due date is going to be equal to the maturity date. Got it? Not got it? Okay. Now, if the maturity date is a public holiday, means what? An holiday which is already known to you in advance. Then the previous working day should be the maturity date. Previous working day should be the maturity date. Got it? Not got it? Previous working day. I didn't say previous day. Previous working day. If today is the maturity date, what is today? Today is what? Sunday. Or let's say today's maturity date. Today is what? Monday. Monday is what? Public holiday. So previous day is what? Sunday, which is again public holiday. So which is the previous working day? Saturday. So I didn't use the word previous day. I said previous working day. Previous working day. So Monday ke pinadi, previous working day is what? Saturday. Got it? Not got it? Clear. Sir, if this maturity date falls on an unforeseen or emergency holiday, which is not planned, which happened all of a sudden up to now, then I cannot make the advance payment because I don't know. No. When can you make advance payment arrangement? Only when you know, when you are aware there is a holiday going to happen. உனக்கு ஒரு விஷயம் முன்னாடியே தெரிஞ்சது அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி நீ பிளான் பண்ணலாம். உனக்கு ஒரு விஷயமே தெரியல, லீவ் வர போகுதுனே தெரியல. How can you pre-plan the payment? You cannot pre-plan the payment. So when are you supposed to make the payment? In the next working day. In the next working day. I didn't say next day. Next day can be also holiday, no? அப்போ next working day எப்போ வருதோ அப்போதான் we have to settle the maturity bill. Got it? Not got it? Clear or not clear? Working day is also called as business day because business is working on working day. Aha. Business is functional on working day. Till this we have discussed in the last class. Am I loud and clear? Okay. Now today what are we going to learn? There are 4 scenarios with regard to accounting for bill of exchange. If the seller is retaining the bill all by himself till the maturity date, then what is the accounting treatment in the books of seller and buyer? If the seller is discounting the bill, who is having the bill? Banker. Who is going to produce the bill? Banker. On the due date or on the maturity date, when the banker is making the payment, when the banker is producing the bill to the buyer, and if buyer makes the payment then what is the entry? Got it? Not got it? Okay. Third scenario. Bill is endorsed to third party. Who's third party? Creditor. Seller is endorsed the bill to creditor. On the maturity date, who's having the bill? Creditor. So who will produce the bill? Creditor. Who will receive the payment? Creditor. So if the payment is received what is the entry in the books of seller and buyer? Bill sent for collection. I'll discuss this separately. In the 4 cases, on the maturity date, if all the parties are handing over the bill to the customer, customer is making the payment. Means what? He is honoring bill. So these are the 4 cases of honourment of the bill. Honourment means what? If the bill is produced to the customer, customer is making the payment. That is called as honourment of payment. Honourment of bill. Got it? Not got it? Either the 4 scenario. Today we will learn. What is the next 4 scenario? Same 4 scenario, but when the bill is dishonored, then what accounting entry will come? We'll discuss in tomorrow's class. Am I loud and clear? Okay. So let's go to the first case. This is a case where the seller sells the goods on credit. Only when credit sale is coming into picture, what will come into concept? Bills of exchange ka concept will come into picture. Yes or no? Yes. Along with that, what is he sending? Invoice. Along with that, what is he sending? Bill of exchange, where all the terms of the credit period is agreed. This person has to pay so much money on so much debt. Everything is clearly agreed. This buyer will receive what? Goods plus invoice plus bills of exchange. Out of these three, what is he supposed to do? Bill of exchange, he will read it, understand the terms and conditions. All proper mention ஆயிருக்காங்க check பண்ணிட்டு and the bill of exchange, what is he supposed to do? Sign it. Means what? He has to accept the bill of exchange. So in the concept of bill of exchange, is the acceptance mandatory by the buyer? Yes. Is the acceptance of the bill of exchange compulsory? Yes. In promissory note, is the acceptance compulsory? No. So in promissory note, acceptance is not required. So in promissory note, the customer will issue the promissory note to the buyer that on a future date, I'll pay this much money to you. Like that, everything will be clearly mentioned. So in case of that, promissory note, acceptance is not required. Okay, not okay. This is the favorite true and false question for the ICI. So buyer is now accepting and giving it, accepting and giving it. Now what is the seller doing? Seller will hold the bill till the maturity date. On the maturity date, what will he do? He will present the bill and get the money. Idhan concept. Pakalama. Can we see this? Okay. So I'll explain this through one example from your TS Rival book because basic questions are there only. Illustration 1 we have completed already in the last class. Am I right? Now we'll go to illustration 2. Illustration 2 says that on 1st April 2019, Ram sold goods to Mohan. Ram sold goods to Mohan. Who's the seller? Who's the seller? Ram. Who's buyer? Who's customer? Mohan. What is the goods worth? 50,000. On the same date. Which date? On the date of sale, Mohan accepted the bill drawn upon him by Ram at 3 months for 50,000. What is the date of sale? 1st April 2019. What is the date of issue of bill? 1st April 2019. What is the date of acceptance? 1st April. Everything is happening on the same day. But in other questions, can the issue happen on a different date and acceptance can happen on a different date? Yes. Especially when the buyer and the seller are both in two different cities. So the transportation of the goods and the bill of exchange will take time. So there, it could be a gap between the issue date and acceptance date. Okay, wow. Okay. What is the credit period granted? 3 months. And what is the exact amount that is supposed to pay? 50,000. So we are directing certain person, Mohan, to pay certain sum of money, which is 50,000 rupees. On the due date here means maturity date. Don't get emotionally flowed. Oh, due date means I will not add grace days. Wherever in question they ask due date, we here means maturity date only. Means 3 days of grace has to be added. So on the maturity date, the bill was met. The bill was met. Bill was met with whom? Bill was met means what? Bill was met in the sense the bill was honored. Bill was honored means on the maturity date, the payment was properly made by the customer to the seller. Means everything. The ending is happy ending. The ending is happy ending. No fighting. No hero dying. Everything is perfect. Boyfriend, girlfriend at the end of the movie properly married each other. Ending is happy. Okay, not okay. Okay. Give the journal entries in books of both the parties. Who are the both party here? One buyer, second seller. One buyer, second seller. Okay, not okay. Now come back to the diagram. All of you draw the diagram. All of you draw the diagram. Faster. In exam not required, but now when you're practicing, you need it. Tell me people, in the first box, whose name? Whose name in the first box? Ram is the seller. Okay. Ram seller. Who's the buyer? Mohan. Buyer. What is Ram doing? Selling goods. Along with that, he has sent invoice plus bill of exchange. And what did Mohan do? Accepted bill of exchange and gave it back to whom? Gave it back to Ram. So, who is the holder of bill? Who is the holder of bill? Holder of bill. Ram is holder of bill. Any problem? Is Ram endorsing this bill to anybody? Is Ram endorsing this bill to anybody? No. Is Ram discounting this bill to anybody? No. Apana, till the maturity date, who is going to hold the bill? Ram is going to hold the bill. Idna concept. What is the concept? When the bill of exchange is retained by the seller till maturity. This is the concept. Okay, not okay. Okay. Can you help me calculate the maturity date? Maturity date is Okay. First of all, I need term, bill term. What is a bill term? Nothing mentioned means always after date, after date, after date. After date போட்டிருக்கா எதுவும் போடல. அப்போ what will you assume? The term bill is after date. So in case of after date, what is the formula? Date of issue plus credit period plus 3 grace days. What is date of issue? 1 April 2019, 1/4/19. What is the credit period? 3 months. April issue பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. Next month is May, then June, then July. 3 months gone means 1 July 2019. But we don't make the payment on time. We human beings never make anything on time. We never do anything on time. So hence 3 days of grace is added. So 3 grace days அப்படின்னா what is the maturity date? 1 அப்புறம் 2, 3, 4. 4th July 2019 is the maturity date. Okay, not okay. Okay. Now in the books of seller, what entry will come? In the books of seller, what entry will come? What is happening first, people? What is first happening? Goods are sold. Goods are sold. Goods are sold. Always first credit sale entry will come. Always first credit sale entry will come in the books of seller. On 1 April 19, the entry is going to be credit sale entry. What is the credit sale entry? Ram has to receive money from Mohan. So Mohan account debit. Mohan account debit to sales. How much? 50,000. 50,000. Who is Mohan here? Debtor. Mohan is debtor. Customer is always debtor. Okay, not okay. Is he the secured debtor or unsecured debtor? It is unsecured debtor. At this moment, he has still not signed the bill of exchange. Now, when do I pass this journal entry? When the goods is going outside my factory. When the goods are dispatched out of my factory, or when my bill is invoiced. When my accounting team department is putting a bill, immediately will pass the sale entry. Only after the bill is prepared, sale entry is passed, the bill will reach where? To the buyer, customer. Then the buyer will sign and give it. So morning if I send bill அப்படினா, when will I get it back? Evening only. Till that will I not pass the entry? No, I have to pass the entry. So what entry will I pass? Mohan account debit to sale. Who is Mohan? Debtor. This is unsecured. Because till now, in the entry pass பண்ற வரைக்கும், bill of exchange is not accepted. So I will park this money in an unsecured account. Got it, not got it. Why I'm saying unsecured? Because bill of exchange is still not signed. Accept பண்ணல. அப்போனா, if he is not signing it, the recovery of this money is going to be a big pain. It is going to be a painful process. That's why I call him as unsecured. புரிஞ்சுதா? Unsecured ங்கிறது நம்ம language. It is not the real law language. புரியுதா? It is called our language. For our understanding, I'm saying it is debtor which is unsecured. Got it? Not got it? Okay. Evening, the customer has accepted the bill and returned the bill back to us. அப்பனா, this Mohan is no longer unsecured. He's become now secured. This entry I'm passing when the bill is issued, when the goods is sent. At that point of time, Mohan was unsecured. I'm telling on the same day, 1/4/19 evening, I got the bill accepted in my hand. Now can I say I'm stress free? Because if Mohan does not pay the money, I know how to recover the money faster in the court. So to that extent, Mohan has now become secured. So if debtor is unsecured, the name will be Mohan account. If debtor is secured, his name is going to be bills receivable account. Bills receivable account. Got it, not got it? ரெண்டுமே debtor தான். ரெண்டுமே trade receivable only. But we give two different account name to identify. So in a balance sheet, if you just see Mohan அப்படின்னா plain debtor. Got it, not got it? But in the balance sheet, if you see the word bills receivable அப்படின்னா, it is same Mohan only. But it is secured debtor. This is unsecured debtor. Mohan அப்படின்னா unsecured debtor. If Mohan ka name is replaced by the account bills receivable அப்படின்னா, it is same Mohan only. But now secured. Got it, not got it? Clear or not clear? So now this 50,000 rupees which is in the Mohan account, I have to reverse it and record the secured account called as bills receivable account. புரியுதா? Mohan is debtor. Debtor is what? Asset. To create asset, you gave a debit. To cancel that asset, give a credit. So in credit, put to Mohan. To Mohan. How much? 50,000. But paisa vandirucha? Have you got the money? No. I'm still yet to receive the money. So you have to create asset now, but now in the name of bills receivable. So bills receivable is asset. To create asset, give a debit. So bills receivable account debit 50,000. Got it? Not got it? Clear or not clear? Now, after the first journal entry, how does my balance sheet look like? If I only pass the first journal entry, how does the balance sheet look like? In the balance sheet, Mohan will come. How much? 50,000 rupees. The moment anybody seeing this, they'll get scared. Oh shit, in this business, what if Mohan does not pay the money? Apana, this businessman is risky. This person who's doing the business is doing risky business of selling the goods, but not protecting yourself. Got it? Not got it? So investor will less be interested in doing investment in such business where you give credit without security. ஒரு bill of exchange இல்லாம நீ வந்து சேல் பண்ண அப்படின்னா நீ ரிஸ்கியா பிசினஸ் பண்றேன்னு அர்த்தம். So here as an investor we will feel little scared to invest in such business. Got it? Not got it? So now what we have done to feel secured, we are executing a bill of exchange where now this Mohan which was unsecured, it is being cancelled, and what has been created? Bills receivable is created. The moment you pass the second journal entry, people, in the same balance sheet, what happens, you know? Mohan 50 was there by giving credit. Correct? This credit, sorry, this debit கொடுத்து தான் நீங்க create பண்ணீங்க. Am I right? How this Mohan 50,000 came here? By giving debit. I will cancel this by giving credit. Why? Because debit is plus, na credit is minus. So Mohan already how much it is there? 50,000 as debit balance because of the first journal entry. Now to cancel this, what did I do? I put Mohan in credit. The moment I put Mohan in credit, this becomes minus 50,000. So Mohan ka ledger balance in my balance sheet becomes 0. In place of that, what did I debit now? Bills receivable 50,000 I have debited. Which means after the second journal entry, Mohan will get vanished from my balance sheet and bills receivable will come 50,000 rupees. This money who has to pay? Mohan only. But this time I am secured. So when investor is looking into this balance sheet, he feels, oh, parwala, this businessman is taking proper caution while doing credit sale. Because if bills receivable is there in any business aptina, this businessman is doing credit sale with bills of exchange. So even if the customer is not paying the money on time, we have a strong evidence to recover this money from the court through fast procedure. Got it? Not got it? Now am I clear? So are you clear with the implication of the journal entry? In the journal entry, what impact is got on the financial statement? Are you able to assess that impact? Okay, not okay. Correct. Now he's telling, sir, this bills receivable is a general category. How will I know? How will I know? Shh. How will I know this 50,000 should come from Mohan, so on? Who? Please understand, bills receivable is representative personal account, which is representing a group of people. Got it? Not got it? So under bills receivable, we create separate ledger for each party. Purida. This when you do practical accounting in real life, no, how that categorization is done, you will understand. So bills receivable கீழ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா separate account for bills receivable Mohan, bills receivable so on separate account will come. Got it? Not got it? That way we can identify who has to pay money to whom. Purida. So now listen to me very carefully. In book debtor category comes, no. Debtor means what? Group of multiple customer. So are we creating debtor account? No. We are creating under that separate account for Mohan, so on, Rohan. Got it? Not got it? Likewise, debtor is a category, no. Bills receivable is also a category. Under that we have separate ledger. Bills receivable Mohan, bills receivable Sohan. Like that separate ledger will be there. Got it? Not got it? Clear or not clear? Now both debtor and bills receivable put together are called as TR. Who is TR? Trade receivable. Who is TR? Trade receivable. Got it? Not got it? So debtor plus bills receivable is equal to trade receivable. This concept I'll discuss in some other chapter. That time I'll ask you, what is the meaning of trade receivable? Purinjada? So trade receivable means what? Whatever the trading that I've done, business what I've done, against that, how much am I supposed to receive from my customer? So I have to receive money from debtor also. I have to receive money from bills receivable also. Debtor means unsecured party without bill of exchange. BR means secured party with bill of exchange. Got it? Not got it? Okay. Now, can I continue further? First entry upon selling goods, always. First entry upon selling goods. Which entry? This entry will come. Then when bill of exchange accepted, second entry we have passed. On acceptance of bill, second entry is passed. Any problem? No. Then what happens? Waiting happens. How many months waiting? 3 months waiting. Then what happens? On the due date, what happens? On the maturity date, what happens? Ram will give the bill to Mohan. That is called as presenting of bill. So Ram will present the bill to Mohan. Seller should present the bill to buyer. Present bill. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. Sir, for presenting the bill, will you pass any journal entry? No. For that, no journal entry because there is no business financial transaction. But Mohan will make the payment. So after presenting the bill, Mohan will pay. So when Mohan is paying the money, we are going to receive the money. So pass the journal entry for receipt of money. So when are we going to receive the money? On the maturity date. Can you please tell the maturity date? 4th of July 2019. We are going to receive the money. Where? In the bank account. So debit the receiver. Banker is going to receive the money on our behalf. So debit the receiver, bank 50,000. Any problem? நீ பணம் வாங்குறதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன கொடுத்தீங்க? When you are receiving the money, what did you give? Bills of exchange you give. Credit the giver. Who gave the money? Who gave the bill? Who gave the bill? Credit the giver. Opposite party point of view. Apply பண்ணுங்க golden rule. Apply. Golden rule apply. Two bills receivable. Whose bills receivable? Mohan. Credit the giver. Is Mohan giving the bill or we are giving the bill? We are giving the bill to Mohan. Got it, not got it. Then what is Mohan giving? What is Mohan giving? Cash. Credit the giver. Purida. Who's giver of money? Mohan is giver of money. But confusions arises while applying golden rule here. Because some people tell that, so bills receivable is given, no sir. Confusion is what? Bills receivable is given, no sir. What is BR? The person who is handing over the bill. Who is handing over the bill? We are handing over the bill. So you are giver, we are giver. So people get confused here. Giver apnina yaar giver? Namma giver, opposite party giver. So always we're talking from whose point of view? Opposite party point of view. So opposite party is giving what? Cash. So what is he giving? Cash. So giver of cash. Credit the giver. Two bills receivable, 50,000. Got it, not got it. Some people will not be convinced. That's why I don't apply golden rule in here. We prefer modern rule. As per modern rule, BR is asset. When I get more and more BR, my asset increases. To increase asset, I'll give a debit. When I give BR, I'm giving my asset. Now I know asset kuduthirken. So decrease BR, I give a credit. Got it, not got it. So when I give my BR asset reduces. And what am I getting? Cash asset. So cash asset or bank asset will increase. Got it, not got it. Clear or not clear? Or you can apply one more rule if you're not convinced. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. If money is coming in, what is going out? Bills receivable is going out. Got it, not got it. Clear or not clear? Clear or not clear? Okay. In these three entries, do you have any problem? These are the journal entries in books of seller, Ram. In this, do you have any doubts? Now, entries in books of buyer. In the books of buyer. Tell me people, what is happening first? Sir, seller is selling goods means Mohan is buying goods. So first is purchase entry. So when Mohan is receiving goods, no, that time he'll pass one entry. It is rule that whenever you receive the goods, you're supposed to pass the purchase entry. Afterwards, the goods will be checked for quality purpose. Then if everything is okay, then customer will sign the bill of acceptance and give. Appo na goods vaangi, na acceptance kudukirakulla, there is some time gap. So upon receiving goods, purchase entry. Upon acceptance of bills, then bill of exchange, execution entry. Purida. So the goods vaangumbodhu, goods purchase பண்ணும்போது on credit, what journal entry you pass for credit purchase? Purchase account debit, because it is expenditure. Debit all expense and losses 50,000. Have you made the payment? No. When will you make the payment? In future. Anything that I pay in future is liability. To create liability, give a credit. Creditor ka name is Ram. Don't write creditor income. Write name Ram. In bracket, creditor. Secured or unsecured? Bill of exchange execute pannad varaikum. Everything is unsecured. So this is unsecured liability. Unsecured liability. On what date are we passing this entry? On the date of purchase, which is 1 April 19. On the same day, we have accepted. So on acceptance of bill, 1/4/19. On acceptance of bill. What are you supposed to do? Cancel the unsecured liability and create a secured liability. Purida. Unsecured liability create pandradhukku you gave a credit. To cancel it, debit. So Ram account debit. This is nothing but cancellation of unsecured liability. 50,000. Okay, not okay. In place of that, I have to create a secured liability called as bills payable. So two bills payable. BP na blood pressure. When we make the payment, BP will raise or not raise. When you make the payment, you don't like making payment. BP raise how? When you receive the money, bills receivable, very happy. Got it, not got it. So BP is bills payable. Bills payable means what? Increase in BP. Got it, not got it. Okay, not okay. Those who got it, they've got it. Others are nicely sleeping. Enjoy. Pay பண்ணும்போது BP raise ஆகுமா ஆகாதா? ஆகும். So this money I have to pay in future, BP will raise. To increase BP, what will I do? Credit. Now, what is the balance in RAM account? What is the balance in RAM account? RAM account ledger enna balance? 0. Because RAM account opened here and closed here. So ultimately, what is the entry? Purchase account debit to BP. Purchase to BP. Okay, not okay. Okay. Sir, can we do the direct entry combiningly? Not allowed. Because this will happen on a different timing. This will happen on a different timing. This is a separate transaction. So you will have to pass separate entry only. You cannot combine. Got it, not got it. Date is same. Still you have to, even though the date is same here, but the transaction, the underlying of the transaction is different. You can never combine it. Got it? Now, still I'm telling you, even if the date is same, time is same, everything is same, the underlying purpose of the entries are different. This entry is to record the credit purchase. And this I'm separately showing of the acceptance of bill. Purida. Rendutoda intention vever. It's a different intention. You have to record it separately only. Got it, not got it. In real life, you can combine. But for all examination purpose, ICI is expecting two separate entries. Convinced now? Okay. Already ICI சொன்னா போருமே. Okay sir, okay landreenga. இல்லனா question மேல question. Now what happens? Waiting for 3 months and 3 grace days. So we are now on which date? 4 July 2019. On this date, what happened? The person will make the presentment of bill. And we are supposed to honor the bill. Honoring of the bill means what? Making the payment. Got it, not got it. When I make the payment, my liability is still there or closed? My liability is closed. And the BP liability create பண்ணதுக்கு credit கொடுத்தீங்க. To close it, I have to give a debit. So bills payable account debit. How much? 50,000. And you made the payment through your bank. So to bank, how much? 50,000. Got it, not got it. So BP account you have opened here and closed here. So what is my ultimate entry? எல்லாத்தையும் cancel ஆயிடுச்சுனா what is ultimately remaining? Purchases to bank. This is the ultimate entry. Any big difficulty here? Simple question. Jujjubi question. Will this come in the exam? No chance. From here, more complicated things is going to happen. That will come. But for that complicated transaction, this is the base. Only if the base is strong, complicated questions can be handled carefully and properly. Am I loud and clear? Next is the concept of bill discounted with bank. Can I go ahead? Online people, can I continue?
Yes, sir.
So here, in your notes, I've given the journal entry. In the books of seller, if the credit sale is happening, what entry? Data to sales. If bill is accepted or promissory note is executed, what entry? If bill is honored, what entry? If bill is dishonored, what entry? அப்பனா ஒரு கான்செப்ட்ல வந்து எல்லாமே நான் கவர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். So I've given all the entries. This part I've discussed. This part I'll discuss tomorrow. Dishonorment of the bill is a separate concept, separate case which I'll discuss tomorrow. But in notes, I've given everything case wise. Which case is this? When the bill is retained till maturity. What is the sale entry? What is the bill acceptance entry? If honored na, what entry? If dishonored na, what entry? I've given for quick revision purpose. In the books of purchaser, upon purchasing, what entry? Upon accepting bill, what entry? If bill is honored, what entry? If bill is dishonored, what entry? This is in books of buyer, purchaser, customer, okay, not okay. For quick revision, this will be very helpful. Okay, not okay. Okay. Now the next concept is very, very important concept. High probability that this type of question will come in exam. When the bill is discounted with bank. I told you in the last class, there are three advantages of bills of exchange. What is the first advantage? It acts as a security. It acts as a security. On the due date, if the payment is not made by the customer, through the court, we can recover this money quite faster. If the customer is not paying the money, through his assets, we can recover the money. If customer dies, still we can recover the money from his legal heirs. So security it serves. Bills of exchange serves as a security. Second, since bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument, I can discount this bill with the bank and fund myself, finance myself. So bill of exchange can be used as a financing tool also. It's a tool of self-financing for the business. Okay, wow. Third advantage is that bill of exchange can be endorsed to somebody. So in the bill, what you have, no, you can transfer to somebody else and make the payment. So you can, using the bill, you can make payment to somebody. So these are the three advantages of bill of exchange. In that, I'm discussing the second advantage, which is discounting of the bill with bank. So let me take one question to explain. Illustration 3 says that Prakash received from Mohan an acceptance for 30,000 rupees on 1st July 2019 at 3 months. First line a googly ball. In the previous question, like Amul baby, ivanukku vitta, ivulokku vitta, like that, neatly the question was framed. Now here, they're playing with the language. This is how you will get the questions in the exam. You will have to figure out who's the buyer, who's the seller, etc., etc., etc. This can be identified only and only if you know the concept of bills of exchange properly. Now, look at the language. Prakash received from Mohan acceptance. First of all, acceptance happens in case of bills of exchange or promissory note. Bills of exchange. Upon that, this is a question of bill of exchange. Okay. Prakash received from Mohan an acceptance. So who has accepted the bill here? Mohan's acceptance. Prakash received Mohan's acceptance. Upon who is accepting the bill? Mohan. Generally, in case of bill of exchange, who should accept it? Buyer should accept it. Upon Mohan is buyer. Who is Prakash? Seller. Now comfortable? So Prakash has sold goods to Mohan for 30,000 rupees on 1st July for 3 months credit period. For this, Prakash has received an acceptance of Mohan on so and so date. Got it, not got it. So first line is there, no. He sold goods to this fellow. That is being removed. So using the second line only, you're supposed to figure out what happened in the past. Got it, not got it. Okay. Let's draw the diagram for this. First. I will not draw the diagram for all questions. When I'm doing any question for the first time, there are 8 concepts. 4 honourment, 4 dishonourment. This is the diagram. All the other questions that I'm going to do in future is going to be without diagram. You will draw the diagram in your mind. Tell me people, who is the seller? Who is the seller? Who is the buyer? Mona. Oh, here also Mohan. Okay. Last question also Mohan. Ram and Mohan. This is Prakash and Mohan. Mohan. Buyer. What is the first transaction? Sold goods. Along with that sent invoice. Along with that sent bill of exchange. Okay. My question to all of you. Once the bill of exchange is received by Mohan, what will Mohan do? Mohan will read the terms and conditions carefully and check whatever was orally discussed. Is that properly mentioned in the document or not? If everything is okay up to now, what will he do? He will give the acceptance. So acceptance of bill of exchange. Acceptance of bill of exchange. Got it, not got it? Okay. I want to know what is the maturity date of this bill. For that, I should know the term bill. What is the term of the bill? Term of the bill is not mentioned anywhere. Term of the bill is not mentioned anywhere. In that case, we'll assume it is after date. After date means what? On the date of issue. From the date of issue, we'll calculate. What is the date of issue? Only one date is given. We'll assume that is the date of issue, which is 1/7/19. How much is credit period? 3 months is credit period. So what is the due date? July, no? August, September, October. So 1st October 19 is the due date. With that 3 grace days, how much? 1 kapro, 2, 3, 4. 4th October 2019. My question to all of you, is 4th October a public holiday? Is 4th October public holiday? No. Is 4th October unforeseen holiday mentioned in question? No. Upon can I fix this as maturity date? Yes. Any problem? Online people, any problem? Any problem? Sorry? The question what you're asking is, sir, how do we know if 410 is Sunday or not? If it is Sunday, they should tell you. We are not jnanis, no? Like this, we'll see, oh, 410, Sunday. In exam, can you do all this? No. Appa now, on the 410 Sunday, yaar solno? Question should tell. If question is not telling up, it is a business working day. Got it, not got it? Okay, convinced? Or should I say more? Convinced? Very good. Now, Prakash will receive money on 4/10/2019. Okay. This date is very well accepted by Prakash and Mohan. Mohan is going to pay the money on 4/10. This date or information is okay with Prakash. Yes or no? Okay. But after a few days, the sale happened when? On 1 July. After a couple of days, Prakash was in urgent need of money. Why? Because he had to make one payment to one party to purchase goods. He did not have the payment. If he goes to Mohan and says, Mohan, give me money, what will Mohan say? Get lost. Correct? Very true. He will say, get lost. Donkey fellow, you and I together we have agreed that if I make the payment on 4/10, you're okay. Today, suddenly if you come and ask me money, when we are asking money, imagine on 2nd July, அடுத்த நாளே பணம் கேட்கிறோம். எப்படி இருக்கும்? யோசிச்சு பாருங்க. Very difficult. So, do you think Mohan will pay the money? No. How much ever Prakash cries, how much ever let him cry. What happened? आंसू बह रहे हैं. पानी कैसे भी बह सकता है भाई? You didn't study science properly till 10th. Water can float anywhere. कहाँ तड़चा परंदनो? You cry, no. If wind comes, it'll blow. Got it, not got it. Now, focus on concept, emotion. Don't focus on his tear, whether flying or not flying. Donkey fellow. Now come back. How much ever Prakash cries, how much ever he cries, will he get money from Mohan? Impossible. But Prakash has got one Brahmastra. He's got one bill of exchange, which is a negotiable instrument. He can give this to banker, get this bill discounted and receive money today if he wants. Oh my God. So now what will Prakash do? Prakash was crying. Prakash was crying. Who came to convince him or console him? Prasad. Prakash came to console Prasad. Prasad asked Prakash, why are you crying? Prakash says, I want one urgent payment to be done to one of the creditor, but I don't have money. He's asking, for this type of credit sale, did you execute any bill of exchange? Prakash says, yes, I have a bill of exchange. So Prasad is studied from Pratik sir. Oh, look at the coincidence. Prakash Prasad, Pratik. Oh, P. Prasad is studied from Pratik, sir. Suddenly, he struck the concept of bill of exchange, which can be discounted with bank. He's telling Prasad fellow, from that time we're telling, come to Pratik, sir, and study. But you didn't come. Now you don't know the concept of bill of exchange. The bill of exchange concept says that with this bill in hand, if you go to the banker, give this bill to the banker, bank will make you the payment. Very simple. So Prakash, and bulb. It's not ice cream, yeah. Bulb, yeah. Bulb suddenly oh yes, I can go and record this money from banker. What a bulb ice cream சொல்றீங்க? You need to develop your creativity. உங்க பார்வை சரியில்லை. This is bulb. Bajaj bulb. Okay. Now Prakash will go where? Prakash will go to banker. He say banker, take this bill, give me money. ஏன்னா பேங்க்ங்கிறது நம்ம அப்பா வீட்டு சொத்து. போய் கேட்டா பணம் கொடுத்துருவான் அவன் இல்லையா? No. Banker will give money, but they have their own procedure. Got it, not got it. Banker will ask for the bill first. So, when the bill is produced, will the banker pay the money immediately? No. He will make you sign one agreement. You know what is written in agreement? Multiple points. One important point. You know what? On the maturity date, I will make the payment of the bill. I will present the bill to Mohan. If Mohan does not pay the money, means if the bill is dishonored, then I will recover the money from your bank account without your permission. Means what? When I withdraw this money upon dishonorment of bill, I will take the money from your bank account and for that give me pre-approval. So moment Prakash is putting a signature, he's giving the power to banker that if banker does not receive money from Mohan on the maturity date, banker has got authority to take this money from the Prakash account without notice or permission, because this permission is granted in advance itself. Got it, not got it. So banker is also trying to secure himself. So for this transaction, a banker will execute one agreement with the seller, Prakash here. Got it, not got it. Okay, not okay. So now what is happening, people? Prakash will hand over the bill. Third, bill discounted with banker. And what will banker do? Banker will make the payment. How much payment? Full 50,000. Do you think banker is a idiot that he will give 50,000 to you and get 50,000 later? So in this entire transaction or process, what is the benefit for the banker? How will banker pay salary to employee? How will banker pay rent to the landlord? How will banker pay electricity bill? So banker is salavar irukku. So that he will recover from whom? From us only. So here the banker says, look boss, I'm not here for doing dharmam. I'm not here for doing charity. This is my business. I'm into lending business. Ipo nee bill kudukra paathiya? Against this, I'm lending you money. I'm lending you some money. Okay, va? On this money, I need interest. So banker is lending this money on what date? We're assuming that on the same day of bill of exchange accepted, on the same day, the bill is discounted. Appo banker is giving this money to us when? On 1st of July. Inge where date irukka? No, which means on 1 July, goods were sold. On 1 July, bills were issued. On 1 July, bill is accepted. On 1 July itself, bill is discounted. So we have received the money when? 1 July. Banker is given this money when? 1 July. Banker will get this money back after 3 months. So bank has lent this money to us for 3 months. For 3 months, will he charge interest or not? Yes. So interest is how much? 12% per annum. We have to calculate for 3 months. In the interest, interest what they will tell you, discounting charges. Actually interest down, but we'll not call it as interest. We will call this as discounting charges. Got it, not got it. Now, can you please help me to calculate the discounting charges? The loan provided by the banker is 30,000. For how many months? 3 months. at interest rate of 12%. So into 12 by 100 into 3 by 12. How much is the discounting amount? 900. So banker என்ன பண்ண தெரியுமா? நீ கொடுத்த bill 30,000 ரூபாய். The bill what you gave is worth 30,000. But the banker from this 30,000, he will deduct his interest and give you how much? 29,100. So how much money did you receive in your bank account? 29,100. So banker, how much he paid? 29,100. On the maturity date, what will happen? On the maturity date, what will happen? He will present the bill. Banker, look at arrow mark. Banker will present bill. On the due date, Mohan paid the required amount. Who's Mohan? Who's Mohan? Buyer. On the due date, on the maturity date, when the banker presented the bill, Mohan made the payment. So presented the bill and payment received. Got it, not got it. So this case is honourment or dishonourment? It is a case of honourment of bill. Am I loud and clear? In the entire diagram order, structure purida, order purida, one after the other, what is taking place? Is the order clear? If the order is not clear, you will not be in position to write the journal entry properly. For journal entry, order is very, very important. Can I start now? First, we'll do the entry in books of seller. In books of seller, tell me people, what is the first transaction taking place? First is what transaction? Sale of goods. Upon sale of goods, what entry do you pass? In the books of seller. On what date? 1/7/19. On 1/7/19, what is the journal entry for credit sale? What is the journal entry for credit sale? Who's customer? Mohan. Mohan account debit to sales. Mohan to sales. Mohan account debit to sales. Amount is 30,000. 30,000. Any problem? Then what is the next transaction taking place? Acceptance of bill is a separate transaction. Acceptance of bill is a separate transaction. Upon acceptance of bill, what happens? The Mohan party who was unsecured now is no longer unsecured. He's become secured. அப்போ Mohan account என்ன பண்ணோம்? கொடுத்த டெபிட்டை கிரெடிட் கொடுத்து கேன்சல் பண்ணோம். அதுக்கு பதில் we have to create a new debit for bills of exchange, which is bills receivable. So on the same day, 1 July 2019, we have to cancel Mohan account first. To Mohan, how much? 30,000. In place of that, I'll create a secured asset called as bills receivable account debit 30,000. So Mohan account is opened here and closed here. So ultimately, what is the net impact of these two transactions? Bills receivable to sales. Okay, not okay? Okay. On the same day, what is happening? We are giving this bill to the banker and banker is giving us 29,100. இது ரெண்டுமே ஒட்டுக்கா நடக்கும். This will happen together. Got it, not got it. Clear, not clear. If you're not comfortable this way, I will not put 4 number here. Because both is happening together. Can I put this as 4? So, what is the third transaction? Bill discounting transaction. We'll hand over the bill to the banker and receive money from the banker. So now, listen to very carefully. This is the dangerous part. Listen now. Don't do anything, just listen. When is the bill discounted? Since the question is silent, we assume the bill is discounted on the same day of acceptance. On the same day of acceptance. Now, what is happening here? We are giving the bill. We are giving the bill to whom? Banker. From my business, what is going out? Bills receivable is going out. Debit what comes in? Credit what goes out. Credit what goes out. Okay, not okay. Purida. Bills receivable is not real account. It is representative personal account. But applying this concept is difficult here. Got it, not got it. Applying that is difficult. So for my convenience, I'm taking this as real account. Purida. So when I give the bill to the banker, from my hand, what is going out? Bill is going out. Debit what comes in? When bill came in, you debit it. When bill came in, you debit it. When bill goes out, credit. To bills receivable. How much it is? 30,000 rupees. To increase asset, debit. To decrease asset, credit. Okay. Don't do anything, just wait. Tell me people. If bill is going out, then what is coming in? Money is coming inside the bank. So bank account debit. Debit what comes in or debit the receiver? How much money is coming in? Full 30,000. Is banker paying you full 30,000? No. Banker will pay only 29,100. How much money is not paid? 900. Why is not paid? Because he's treating that as interest. அப்பனா அந்த interest யார் bear பண்ணணும்? That interest who has to bear? We have to bear because we have done the discounting. யார் டிஸ்கவுண்டிங் பண்ணீங்க? உன்னோட கன்வீனியன்ஸ்ல பிரகாஷ் நீ தானே பண்ண. அப்ப அந்த எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ் லாஸ் யார் பேர் பண்ணணும்? நீ தான் பேர் பண்ணணும். Will Mohan bear it? No. Why will Mohan bear it? Why will Mohan bear it? Whose decision was it to discount? Prakash ordered decision. So who has to bear it? Prakash will bear it. So this interest will be termed here as discounting charges. It is my expense. It is my loss. Debit all expense and losses. So discounting charges. Discounting charges. Account debit. How much? 900 to bills receivable. Got it. Not got it. The bills receivable which is opened here will be closed here. So the income of 30,000 what you have earned, out of that 20,100 is received. And balance 900 what you have not received is your loss. It's your loss. This is the ultimate impact of all the three entry put together. Okay, not okay? Okay. Then what happens? What is the fourth transaction? In the fourth transaction, banker will present the bill to Mohan. Mohan will make the payment. So this is a transaction happening between Mohan and banker. Will Prakash record it? இந்த கடைசி fourth transaction இருக்கு இல்லையா, இதுக்கும் பிரகாஷ்க்கு ஏதாவது கனெக்ஷன் இருக்கா? No. So on the date of maturity, no entry on the date of maturity for Prakash. On the date of maturity, no entry by Prakash, only in case of honourment of bill. Only in case of honourment of bill, no entry. No entry only in case of honourment of bill. Sir, if dishonourment happens, then entry will come? The answer is yes. What entry that is, I'll discuss in the next class. Because next class is focusing on dishonourment. Today's class is focusing on honourment. So upon honourment, no entry will be passed. Please make a note of this. Very, 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 very important. Upon honourment of the bill, in the books of seller, no entry will be passed on the maturity date. ये वाला point ही बोला मैंने. Now, can we go to the books of buyer? Buyer, what entry will he pass? For buyer, it is purchase. On what date? On what date? Hello, talk to me, not your friends. Talk to me. What is rate of sale? 1719. 1719. What is the journal entry for credit purchase? Credit purchase. Purchase account debit to Prakash. How much? 30,000. 30,000. Prakash is secured liability or unsecured liability? It is unsecured liability. USL, unsecured liability. The first entry when the goods are received, purchases. Now, after the goods are received, quality check will happen. Then orally agree பண்ண terms and conditions எல்லாம் bill இருக்காங்கிறது பார்த்து செக் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் we'll do acceptance. So upon acceptance of the bill, on same day, what is the entry? Unsecured liability, to create you gave a credit. Now this I will cancel by giving a debit. So Prakash account debit, which is cancellation of unsecured liability. Unsecured liability ka cancellation. And we create a fresh liability called a secured liability in form of bills payable. Unsecured liability is cancelled and a secured liability is created. Secured liability created. So goods purchase பண்ணும்போது இது entry, bills accept பண்ணும்போது இந்த entry. Got it? Clear? Two entries you have recorded. Now, this transaction is happening between Prakash and banker. Discounting is happening between Prakash and banker. Will Mohan record anything? No. On date of discounting, no entry to be recorded by customer. on the date of discounting, no entry will be recorded by customer or buyer, whatever you say. Both are correct. Got it, not got it. Online people, got it, not got it. Then what happens? On the maturity date, banker will present the bill to Mohan, and Mohan is honoring the bill. Honoring the bill means what? He's making the payment. So fourth entry on the date of maturity. What is the maturity date? We calculated already. 4/10/2019. This is the maturity date on 4/10/19. 4/10/19. We are making the payment. So from our bank account, money is going out. How much money is going out? 30,000 only. Sir, no, sir. See, no. Banker gave 29,100 to Prakash. So banker should receive how much? 29,100 only. நீ 29,100 banker கொடுத்து accept பண்ணுவானா? இல்ல. Banker says, see, I gave 29,100, but how much I want? I want 30,000. Because if 30,000 money comes in only, and when if I subtract with 29,100 which goes out, I'll make the profit of 900. புரிஞ்சுதா? So therefore, banker will receive full 30,000 rupees. And once I make the payment, is my liability over or not over? Liability over. To create liability, you gave a credit. To close liability, debit. So bills payable account debit, which is closure of liability, 30,000 to bank 30,000. With this, all the transactions are squared off. So Prakash account is opened here and closed here. BP account is opened here and closed here. So what am I left with? Purchase I am left with. Whatever I purchased, that I paid. Correct, no? Any problem here? Online people, any problem here? புரியல. அப்போ உனக்கு மட்டும் புரிஞ்சது எப்படி தெரியும் எனக்கு? நீ வாய் திறந்து சொன்னா மட்டும் தான் புரியும் எனக்கு. டாங்கே ஃபெலோஸ். அவன் பாரு சிரிச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க உட்காந்து சஞ்சீவ் அண்ட் லோகேஷ். சாரி சஞ்சீவ் இல்ல சிரஞ்சீவ். நல்லா சிரிடா. ஆன்சர் மட்டும் பண்ண சொல்லி யாரும் பண்ணாதீங்க. முயலன் வீடியோ விட. சரிண்ணே மேம், சந்தாலினி, ஹரிஸ்மிதா எல்லாம் ஜாலியா இருக்கீங்க. கோகுல், ஸ்ரீராகவ், ஆல் ஆஃப் யூ. வேர் இஸ் வீடியோ? ஸ்ரீராகவ் உன் கேமரா உள்டாவே தெரியுதுடா. Now, what is the next concept? Bill endorsed or negotiated in favor of creditor. Negotiated means what? Transferred. Bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument. So negotiation means what? Transferable instrument. Negotiated means what? I've transferred the bill to creditor. And the concept பார்க்கலாமா? Speed is fine or too fast it is? Fine, no? Okay. So here, for the bill discounted with bank, what is the journal entry for sale? What is the entry for bills accepted? What is the entry for discounting? What is the entry if bill is honored? And what is the entry if bill is not honored? எல்லாமே சம்மரியா கொடுத்துருக்கேன். ஸோ ரிவிஷனுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஹெல்ப்பாக இருக்கும். ஓகே, நாட் ஓகே? கேன் யூ கிளாப் ஃபார் சார்? லவுட்லி கிளாப். அக்கா சொல்றாங்க, இதுக்கெல்லாம் என்ன போய் கிளாப்? ஒண்ணுமே இல்லையே. She's telling, கிளாப் கேட்டு வாங்கக்கூடாது, தானா கிளாப் நாங்க பண்ணணும். நீங்க எப்போ பண்ணி, நான் எப்போ வாங்கி, நான் எப்போ என்ஜாய் பண்றது அது. ஸோ நானே கேட்டு வாங்கிப்பேன். திஸ் இஸ் மை பாலிசி. இப்போ எனக்கு ஸ்வீட்டு சாப்பிடுன்னு தோணுச்சு வச்சுக்கோவேன், நான் போய் வாங்கலாம் மாட்டேன். என் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் சொல்லிட்டு நான் தானா வந்துடும் எனக்கு. புரிஞ்சுதா? ஓகே. This clap is not for me. This is for all those people who are sleeping. Because டக்கு sound பண்ணா அந்த சவுண்ட் எல்லாம் brain activate ஆயிடும். You can't sleep. Can I go to next concept? Okay. When bill of exchange is endorsed in favor of creditor. So for this we'll do one question. Now listen. Dev owns 10,000 to Krishan. Dev owns 10,000 Krishan. Appadina, who has to give money to whom? Dev owes money. why am I owing money? Why is they owing money? Because it's purchase goods. ஒரு பொருளை வாங்கினா இதுக்கு நான் காசு கொடுக்கணுமா கொடுக்கூடாதா? கொடுக்கணும், which means I owe the money to you. So Dev is owing money to Krishna means who is the buyer of the goods? Dev is buyer. Since he has purchased the goods, he owes the money. அப்போ கிருஷ்ணன் யாரு? Seller. So who is buyer? Dev. Who is seller? Krishna. The how much money they owe to each other? I mean how much money they owe to other? 10,000. Appa goods purchase is worth how much? 10,000. Okay. On 1st May 2019, he sent a promissory note. He na yaru? Krishnan. He na yaru? Krishnan. Because promissory note is issued by buyer. Correct? No. Tell? No. It is issued by Dev. Who is Dev? Buyer only. What did I say? Buyer only. People said no. யாரெல்லாம் தூங்கிட்டு இருந்தீங்க இல்லையா? என்னோட டோனை வச்சு நீங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ணீங்க. You didn't answer from your mind. You answered using my tone. I'm கில்லாடி person. எப்படி போட்டு வாங்கணுங்கிறது தெரியும் எனக்கு. So be careful. Promissory note is always issued by buyer because he is giving promise, so he will issue it. So who's the issuer? Buyer. Who's the drawer? Who's the drawer? Buyer only. Tell now confidently. Why are you thinking? Drawer is the buyer. The moment I ask the question, the diagram should come to your mind. The promissory note diagram should come to your mind. To that level, you have to revise. ஒரு question கேட்டு உன்னோட பிரெயின் வந்து அது டக்குன்னு ப்ராசஸ் பண்ண முடியல அப்படின்னா அப்ப அந்த கான்செப்ட் மைண்ட ஸ்ட்ராங்கா பதவி பண்ணலன்னு அர்த்தம். அப்ப அதுக்கு நீ என்ன பண்ணும்? Revision has to be done. As simple as it. The moment you are able to answer it instantly means your brain has registered that information, the data very strongly. In exam also, you have 3 hours. In that 3 hours of examination, you have no chance to sit and think what to do, what not to do. Should I do like this? Should I do like that? No chance. The moment you get the question paper in your hand and clock strikes 2, tuck, 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 you have to write the answer. டக்கு 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 ஆன்சர் வரணும் அப்படின்னா நீ டக்கு 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 படிக்கணும், டக்கு 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 ரிவிஷன் பண்ணணும். நீ என்ன பண்ற? கிளாஸ் வர டக்கு வர டக்கு வரல, டக்கு வர டக்கு வரல. ரிவிஷன் மூடு வந்தா பண்ணுவ, இல்லைன்னா அப்ப how will answer come? டக்கு டக்கு டக்கு. Then what people say? So 3 hours examination, only 80 mark paper we completed, 20 mark we left and kept. Is it not brutal? Is it not cruelty that you're committing to yourself and me also? நான் என்னையா பாவம் பண்ணேன்? 100 mark paper if you're not attending அப்படின்னா you have done a crime. You should be jailed for it. I'm telling you. நீ 100 mark paper attend பண்ணலனா உன்னை ஜெயில தூக்கி போடணும். What is she saying? Minor. நீ என்னமா பேசுற? அப்ப மேஜர் ஆயிட்டு என்ன நீ இதுல ஒல்ல ஆன்சர் பண்ணுனா கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஆட் பேசிட்டு இருக்காப்ல. Now minor, major and now are we clear now? Can we go forward? Refreshment ஆயிடுச்சா? Can I go back and continue? Okay. Refreshment 4. Now on 1st May he sent a promissory note for amount payable after 3 months. What is the credit period? 3 months. On 1st June 2019, Krishan endorsed the promissory note in favor of Wahid, to whom he owed the like amount. Oh my God. So we feel like crying. Don't cry. I'll put the diagram. On the due date, Dev paid the amount. Who's Dev? Buyer. Pass the journal entries in books of Krishan, Dev and Wahid. Aha. Lovely. Now, can I put the diagram? Along with that, you also draw. Who is the seller? Krishnan. Krishnan, seller. Who is the buyer? Dev. Customer, buyer. என்னம்மா அது டப்புன்ட்டு sold goods plus invoice plus bill of exchange. ஹலோ bill of exchange who said ஆமான்னு சொல்லிட்டு பிச்சு போடும் பிச்சு. bill of exchange is not coming here. So what is happening here? Dev is issuing the promissory note. So issue of promissory note. All of you know that promissory note is not payable to bearer. புரியுதா? But on the due date, who's going to present the bill? வாயத். அப்ப அந்த பில்ல யார் பேர் இருக்கணும்? வாயதோட பேர் இருக்கணும். Got it, not got it. Got it, not got it. Pay to the order of Krishnan. Pay to the order of Krishnan. அப்போ pay to order of Krishnan அப்படின்னா Krishnan on the due date will say pay to Vayat. So in that case, Vayat doesn't become the bearer because Vayat ka name is mentioned by Krishnan. Bearer na yaru? Yaru vena I'll present panna. Yaru vena present panna. For example, if Krishnan loses the bill to somebody stole the bill from Krishnan. So he becomes bearer. He becomes the bearer. அப்ப அவன் present பண்ணா bill of exchange பணம் கிடைக்குமா? கிடைக்கும். ஆனா promissory note கிடைக்குமா? கிடைக்காது. Because promissory note is not a it's not payable to bearer. Either the person Krishnan name should be there or a word should be there, pay to the order of Krishnan. அப்ப Krishnan will tell, make the payment to whom? Vahid. Pay பண்ணலாமா? பண்ணலாம். Got it, not got it. Okay. In this question, there is no information about when the sale has happened. அதனால sale entry they have not passed it. Okay, not okay. Clear or not clear. But we will do it. Assuming that the sale has happened on 1st May. அப்போதான் the flow set ஆகும் நமக்கு. Okay வா? But they have not done it. Because here they talk about owing the money. So there is no sale transaction. When there is no sale transaction, no need to write the sale entry. Directly you start from the second entry. Got it, not got it. But since we're learning the concept, we'll record all the entry. Clear or not clear? Even in the previous example, if you see Prakash and Mohan, it talks about Prakash received the Mohan's acceptance. Sale pati avan pesave kediyadu. That's why there is no sale entry and there is no purchase entry in the previous question. You see the textbook, there is no purchase and sale entry because they have not spoken about when purchase and sale happened. But we did it because we assumed that the sale has happened on 1st. So exam la sale pati edum solla appadina, you will not record the sale entry. You will not record the purchase entry. Am I loud and clear? Clear or not? Yes. In this question also, there is no mention about when sale has happened. So I am recording the sale and purchase entry assuming that the sale has happened on 1st May only for your understanding. But in exam, if the same question comes, I will not record the purchase and sale entry. Am I loud and clear? Now, when is the sale happened? When is the sale happened? 1st May. So 1st May aniki vandu what entry? In the books of seller. 1st May 1/5/2019. 1st May, what is entry? Donkey Will is saying 1st May is Labor Day. Did anybody tell that on the Labor Day you cannot do purchase and sale? Public holiday should be checked only in the case of maturity date. Is this maturity date? No. May Day, that is Labor Day, is any shop not open? நிறைய ஷாப் ஓப்பன் இருக்கேன். இப்போ வியாபாரம் நடக்குமா நடக்காதா? நடந்திருக்கே. This is that வியாபாரம். Okay? Okay. Now, tell me now. Entry. Krishnan sold goods to Dev. What is the sale entry? Think, nicely think. For this entry which you're learning from 11th standard, you think. அப்போ ஃபவுண்டேஷன் என்ட்ரி ஆன்சர் எப்போ வரும்? 2 attempt கழிச்சிட்டு. 2 attempt கழிச்சிட்டு. In books of Krishnan, what entry? Dev account debit to sales. How much is the amount? How much is this amount? How much is the amount? 10,000, 10,000. Any problem? Okay. On the same day, promissory notice issued. Promissory notice issued. They was unsecured asset. USA doesn't stand for United States of America. It stands for unsecured asset. But the moment the promissory note is issued, on the same day, this unsecured asset becomes secured asset. Apana, ni create panna asset by giving debit has to be cancelled by giving credit. So to Dev, how much? 10,000. In place of that, a secured asset is getting created called as bills receivable account. Any problem? Online people, any problem? No. Harismita video, Lokesh video, Chandalini video, Gokul video, Muilan video, Shiraga video. No video, no class. I'll put in waiting room. And the bio. Takku 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 video all switched on. பிச்சு போன பிச்சு எவனாவது க்ளோஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா unsecured asset cancelled, secured asset created. Got it, not got it? Okay. My question to all of you, who is the holder of bill at the moment? Who is the holder of bill? Who is the holder of bill? As of now, Krishnan is the holder of bill. Now, after how many months? 1 month, June 1st, Krishnan endorsed this promissory note to Vahid. Okay, before that, we forgot to calculate the maturity date. Can we calculate? Okay, please help me to calculate the maturity date. What is the term of the bill? Sir, nothing mentioned, sir. So it is after date. So 1st May 2019. 1st May 2019 plus credit period is 3 months. Since this is promissory note, grace day should not be added. Since this is a promissory note, grace day should not be added. Is it because of the promissory note we don't add the grace days? No, no, no. When do we not add the grace days? When the term bill is on demand, at site or after site? At site and on presentment. Got it, not got it? Okay. So here 3 grace days will come. So 1 May. Okay, wow. May kapar 3 maasam. June, July, August. 1 August. 1 August plus 3 grace days. 2, 3, 4. 4th August. Is 4th August Independence Day? No. Any public holiday? No. No, people are thinking 4th August Independence Day. Ah, no, 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 no. Dangi fellow. 4th August is normal day. So Sunday, இருந்தா அவன் சொல்லுவான் இல்ல நீ அனாவசியமா சண்டே பண்ண வச்சிடாத. Okay, not okay? Okay. Are we holding the bill till maturity date? No. On 1st June itself, 1 month later, we are endorsing this bill to Wahid. Who the hell is Wahid? Who is Wahid? Who is Wahid? Creditor. Rightly said. Creditor to Krishnan. Creditor to Krishnan. Means what? Some months ago, Krishnan purchased goods from Wahid. Krishnan purchased goods from Wahid. Krishnan should make the payment or not? Simple pa. In the goods with liya. The goods which I sold to Dev, from where did I buy? I purchased from Wahid. So Krishnan purchased from Wahid. So what is the journal entry for purchase of goods? Krishnan purchased goods from Wahid. No, what entry? Don't record the journal entry here, okay? Record in rough column separately. Purida, there's a reason. In rough column, record the purchase entry. Journal entry for goods purchased from Wahid. Who purchased the goods? Krishnan purchased the goods. What is entry for credit purchase? Purchase account debit to Wahid. What amount? Nothing mentioned means same 10,000 rupees ka goods I have purchased which I have sold it. Got it, not got it? You have to assume like that. No choice. Sir, can purchase be for higher amount also? It can be for higher amount also. உனக்கு 10,000 பிடிக்கலையா நீ 15,000 போட என் வீட்டு காசா போட் 15,000. No problem. You assume whatever you want to assume. Doesn't matter. No problem, no? Okay. You put any random amount because this is not a part of your solution. Then why the hell did I record this? Because there's a reason, which I'll tell now. Upon purchase, I owe the money to Wahid. I owe money to Wahid. Now what happens is, I've got one bill, okay? In the bill, when the 3 maasam vechikittu, after 3 months, I'll receive the money. Then I'll make the payment to Wahid. Wahid says, till that I cannot wait. I want money on 1 June. Krishnan doesn't have the money. Krishnan doesn't have the money. Because whatever money he had the business, he purchased all goods and raw materials. So he doesn't have any money. But he has to make the payment to Wahid. Because if he doesn't make the payment to Wahid, Next time, can he purchase from Vahid on credit? No, because relation will get shaky, affected. So at any cost, Krishna has to make the payment to Vahid. So he says, Vahid, I don't have money to make the payment right now. But like money, I have something. Like money, I have something. I have something equivalent to money. Vahid is asking, what is it? I have a promissory note. Means what? This money I'll get in future. You keep this. But Vahid says, donkey fellow, I want money. இது வச்சு நான் என்ன பண்றது? So this is a security that you can get the money. பணம் வந்துரும். Vahid says, donkey fellow, that I know you'll give money. If you don't give money, I know how to take also. So I'm not scared. I want money now. Vahid is telling. So Krishna is requesting Vahid, this will you keep. If you really want money, go to the banker and discount for me, please. Please discount. So Vahid can get this bill discounted, or till the maturity date, he can wait. Or if Vahid has to make this payment to somebody, he can endorse this bill to that party also. Like that, we can play the game of endorsement. We can play the game of endorsement. அப்படி கை மாத்திட்டே இருக்கலாம். Got it, not got it. Okay. Since Vahid and Krishnan has got very good business relationship, upon Krishnan requesting Vahid would have accepted. Got it, not got it. So now, Krishnan has endorsed the bill. Krishnan has endorsed the bill to Vahid. So what is the third transaction? Endorsement of bill or promissory note. Here it is promissory note. Got it, not got it. Now, endorsement of promissory note to Vahid means what? It is settlement of liability. Endorsement of promissory note for settling liability. So what is the liability that we owe to Vahid? How much money we owe to Vahid? 15,000. Out of that, we are settling the liability to the extent of 10,000 rupees. And the promissory note amount ever 10,000 rupees. So out of 15,000, how much money we are settling with? Promissory note settling with 10,000 rupees. So to that extent, liability will reduce or not? Yes. To create liability, you gave a credit. To close liability, reduce liability, debit. On which date are you endorsing? 1 June 2019. Be careful with the date. On 1 June, we're endorsing the bill to Vahid. Upon doing that, Vahid ka liability is reducing. So to create Vahid ka liability, you give a credit. To reduce it, we have to give a debit. So Vahid settlement of liability. Not full. Whatever amount ka bill is there or promissory note is there, that much payment we are doing. How much? 10,000. To what? What is going out? From my hand, what is going out? Endorse pannada varikkum bill en kaila irukku. After endorsement, bill is not there in my hand because it is gone out. To credit what goes out? Bills receivable 10,000 rupees. Any problem? Dev account is opened here and closed here. BR account is opened and closed here. Vahid ka account is opened for 15,000 here, closed for 10,000. How much money still we owe to Vahid? 5,000 more. Got it, not got it. So Vahid ka account, is it fully closed? No. 5,000 is still pending. Next, what is happening? On the maturity date, Vahid will produce the bill to Dev. Bill honored. This is a transaction happening between Vahid and Dev. Will Krishnan record this? No. So fourth entry, honourment of bill will never come in the books of Krishnan. No entry for honourment of bill to Vahid. No entry for honourment of bill to Vahid. Sir, if dishonourment happened, then will entry come in the books of Krishnan? Yes. Which entry? That is dishonourment entry, which I'll discuss tomorrow. Next, in the books of Dev. Who is Dev? Buyer. So on the same day, 1 May, if you're buying up Tina, what is the entry for purchase? But before that, one second. Here, what entry have they passed? In the books of Krishnan, what entry they have passed? And the first entry, sale entry, they have not passed it, but we have passed it. Next is what entry? Promissory note ka entry. And what is the third entry? Bill endorsement entry. So we passed totally 3 entries in our books. But here they have passed only 2 entry, which is second and third entry. Purijida? How you will get the second entry, you will not know. Adukada first entry pannirken. So that flow will be maintained. Yes, boss. Come again. You're telling past a combined entry, first and second. That's what I'm telling you. What happens is that when the goods is delivered, the promissory note also is exchanged. Random exchange simultaneously. But your ICA considers both as two separate transactions. So you combine, if you combine and write it, what happens, you know? What is a combined entry here? Dev to sales, BR to Dev. What is a combined entry? Bills receivable to sales. Correct? And the entry அவங்க போட்டிருக்கானோ bills receivable to sales as he put it. You take foundation book also, you'll not find it. So bills receivable to Dev means what? Cancellation of unsecured asset, creation of secured asset. அப்போ unsecured asset cancel பண்ற அப்படின்னா அப்போ create ஆயிருக்கு இல்லையா? When is created? Upon the sale entry. So always in the ICA module, they've always created the debtor first. Then in the second entry upon bills exchanged or promise note been issued, that time what they do? What they do? They pass the acceptance entry. This is the rule that they follow. Let's stick on to that itself now. I said you very clearly, in the real life, if you want to combine both, and the bill note, bill entry and the sale entry, if you want to combine, you can combine. But for exam purpose, it's my handful request. Please do not combine because this is ICA's requirement to pass separate entries. Can I move on? Now, what is the purchase entry? On what date? 1/5, not June, 1/5, May. 1 June endorsement happens. So on 1 May 2019, purchase happens. What is the purchase entry? Purchase account debit to Krishnan. Both mean same only, but name different, no? How much? 10,000, 10,000. Okay, not okay. Next. Krishnan is unsecured liability. Now in the promissory note, what happens? Unsecured liability is cancelled by giving a debit. Krishnan account debit 10,000 to Inaba. Krishna or Krishnan? Krishna, sorry. Both are same only, no? Then what? Krishnan or Krishnan, whatever it is. We are in Tamil Nadu. We'll say Krishnan only. Got it, not got it. Get Amma? To what? To what? Bills payable. How much it is? 10,000. So Krishnan account is opened here and closed here. Any problem so far? First entry record in the books of purchaser. Second entry also recorded. The third transaction is between Krishnan and Noaid. Will Dev record? Third transaction of endorsement is a transaction between Krishnan and Noaid. Will Dev record that in books of accounts? No. So this will not come in the books of Dev. The fourth transaction is between Vaid and Dev. Vaid is presenting bill to Dev and Dev is making the payment. Hence, payment entry will come. Payment entry will come on the maturity date. What is the maturity date? 4th August 2019. So third one, no entry for endorsement in the books of customer. Next is what? All this comment no need to write in your exam. This is for your purpose, revision purpose. What is the due date? 4th August 2019. What is the entry for settlement of bills? So from my bank, money is going out to bank, 10,000. And liability is settled. To close liability, give a debit. So BP account debit 10,000 to bank. No, we'll not put Vaid. Why will you create Vaid? There's no need to create Vaid. Directly, accounting rule says that you can make the payment to him, game over. There's no logic to create the account. If you want to create, now what is telling us, sir, I'll split this entry into two parts, sir. One will be BP to Vaid. And second, Vaid to bank. There's no logic for you to create the liability here. You can do it. In accounting, whatever you do, it is acceptable. But there should be some reason behind it, no? So வாயதோட பேர்ல நீங்க liability create பண்ணி என்ன ப்ரூவ் பண்ண போறீங்க? ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. That's okay. He's creating and closing note. Doesn't matter. So ultimately, Vaid account is opened and closed. But, sorry? In case of dishonorment, what you're thinking is not correct. அது நாளைக்கு சொல்லுவேன். அது dishonorment ஆச்சுன்னா என்ன பண்ணுங்கிறத சொல்லுவேன். So adukka vendi for dishonorment don't need to create any name of Vahid. That I'll discuss tomorrow what will happen in case of dishonorment. Guys, here don't create Vahid account unnecessarily. Just do this. It's sufficient because this is what IC is expecting. Okay, not okay. The question is also told pass the entry in books of Vahid also. Got it, not got it. Okay. What will be the entry in books of Vahid? Tell me. My simple question is when the goods is sold by Krishnan to Dev, will Vahid record this entry? No. When the promissory note is issued by Dev to Krishnan, will Vahid record the entry? No. If Krishnan is endorsing this bill to Vahid, will Vahid record entry? Yes. What entry? On what date? On 1 June. 1 June. Okay, வா உங்க கம்ஃபர்ட்டுக்கு இன்னொரு என்ட்ரி நான் போட்டுமா? For your comfort, can I put one entry? Donkey fellow, not purchase entry. Purchase entry already we record in books of Krishnan. Krishnan purchasing அப்படின்னா Vahid is selling. அப்போ Vahidோட புக்ஸ்ல என்ன என்ட்ரி வரணும்? Sale entry. So sale entry. Vahid selling the goods அப்படின்னா on credit to Krishnan, what is entry? Krishnan account debit or Krishnan account debit to sale. How much? 15,000, 15,000. Appo, Vahid has to receive how much money from Krishnan? 15,000. Got it, not got it? What happened? I know. Oh, that's okay. Here they're telling owed him the like amount. அப்படின்னு என்ன? 10,000 தான் கட்டணும். So, this if you take 15,000 or 10,000 doesn't matter because this entry is not a part of your answer. Here, I created the sale entry. Maybe இதில் என்ன இருக்கு தெரியுமா? Already 5,000 is paid to Krishnan. What is this? Already payment entry. Why this? Received the money already from Krishnan. 5,000 received. What is the receipt entry? Bank account debit to Krishnan. How much? 5,000? 5,000. So from 15,000, if 5,000 is received அப்படின்னா, what is the balance amount to be received? 10,000. அதனால they've used the word, he owes the like amount. But let's not go too much in depth because இந்த part வந்து நம்ம requirement கிடையாது. Got it, not got it? Okay. How much money are we supposed to receive from Krishnan? Out of 15, if 5 is already received, how much is balance to be received? 10. And for that, are we receiving money? Are we receiving in form of money? No, we're receiving in form of bill. Appo, why is receiving bill? Why is getting a new bill inside his business? Debit what comes in? So on 1 June, it is bills receivable account debit. When money is received, bank account debit. But instead of money, what have you received? Bills. Bills receivable account debit. And to that extent, you have to close the debtor account. You have to close the debtor account. So 2 Krishnan is how much? Sorry. 2 Krishnan is how much? 10,000. Got it. Not got it. So one asset came in and another asset is closed. ஏமா blank இருக்கு. Okay தானே? BR to Krishnan. BR to Krishnan on 1 June. Then what is happening? The 4 transactions taking place between Vahid and Dev. Vahid is receiving the money by giving the bill. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So on maturity date 4th August, debit what comes in? Bank account debit. On the maturity, what is coming? 10,000. What are you giving? Bills receivable you're giving so that you get the money. So bank to bills receivable. Bank to bills receivable. Okay, not okay. You checked in phone, ah? Donkey fellow. பாத்தியா வேலை வெட்டி இல்லாம உட்காந்துட்டு 4th August 2019 அன்னைக்கு சண்டே இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு சொல்லிட்டு இவன் உட்காந்து பார்த்துருக்கான். சரிடா, நீ எக்ஸாம் ஹாலில் உட்காந்து பார்க்க முடியுமா உன்னால? Will allow phone inside the exam hall? Donkey fellow. Don't waste time. Now, information is giving. Smart fellow. Are you clear with the concept of bill endorsed in favor of creditor? What entry will come in books of seller? What entry will come in books of buyer? What entry will come in the books of endorsee? Endorsee na yaar? Vahid. Everything is clearly mentioned. Okay, not okay. First time you're learning, no? Little bit discomfort will be there. What are you going to do is, you have to, no, we're not done. One more case is there. After that, you're going home. I'll take 10 minutes to finish that case. Now, go back home and whatever questions you have practiced, no, that you rework. Plus, I'll give you some homework questions. That also you do it. You will feel better. So next class, that is tomorrow when you come, no, you should come with the confidence. with feel better confidence. So for that, what is required? Revision is required, practice is required. Sharia? Okay. Now last concept, we're done with it. This is the fourth case. 10 minutes, I'm done. This concept is when bill of exchange is sent to bank for collection. Now listen to me very carefully. Here also bank is coming into picture. But this is not discounting. Iran Terima. Seller is selling goods on credit to buyer. Along with that, he's giving bills of exchange. Buyer is accepting the bill and giving. Okay, wow. So who is the initial holder of bill? Who is the initial holder of bill? INITIAL. Initial holder of bill is seller. But this seller is belonging from Gajani family. This seller is belonging from Gajani family. Who is Gajani? That person who's got the habit of forgetting, memory loss. This seller in the past, there are so many instances where he had to present the bill to the buyer, but he forgot. Why he forgot? Because he belongs from Gajani family. So what did he do is he appointed one PA, personal assistant called as Bang. Bang. I'm Gajani. You're not Gajani, no. On my behalf, you present the bill to the buyer and get me the money. So now we'll transfer the bill to the banker. We'll give the responsibility to the banker. That banker, on the maturity date, you collect the money from buyer and give it back to me. Banker yaar वाल करना है. That you say will do it. He will do it. But for that you have to pay charges. What charges? Bank charges. Bank collection charges. Sir, will bank do all this work? காசுக்கு யார் என்ன வேணா பண்ணலாம். புரியுதா? Got it, not got it. This is called as bill of exchange sent to bank for collection purpose. On our behalf, who is doing the collection job? Banker is doing the collection job. Got it, not got it. Any difficulty in this concept? No. Can we do one question? Say yes. Say yes. Yes. Now. Okay. Last question for the day. Illustration 5. A 2-month bill of 60,000 is drawn by B and Co and accepted by C and Co. Let's assume there is a purchase and sale. Okay, wow. In that case, who is the buyer? Who is the seller? Who is the buyer? Who is the seller? First of all, they're talking about bill and acceptance. Apana, this is bill of exchange, not promissory note. Who is accepting the bill? C and Co. Appa, who accepts the bill in the case of bills of exchange? Customer or buyer. Appa, who's B and Co? Seller. Okay. What is the purchase sale value? 60,000. This bill is drawn for how many months? 2 months. Appa 2 months is another credit period. 2 months is credit period. Got it. Not got it. Payable at Bank of India. So always bill of exchange is made payment through bank. So it is drawn. Like how check? When account vechirukeenga, for example, you have an account in HDFC Bank. So you will get checkbook of which bank? HDFC Bank. So here, this payment will be happening through which bank? You have to mention. So all the bill of exchange generally is payment made through bank only. So here they mention the bank name as Bank of India. Any problem? Any problem? Okay. Payable at Bank of India, full stop. After that, B and Co gives the bill to their banker for collection. Apana, this is the bill sent to the banker for collection. Got it, not got it. Okay. On due date, bill is honored. On due date, bill is honored. Show what entries will be passed in books of B and Co and C and Co. So, I'm B then get it. We are in learning phase. Everything we should learn. So now, tell me the diagram very, very fastly. Diagram. Now you become pro in bank. So not bank. Drawing. Artist. An artist munji kuch kami? Needana. Who is the seller? Who is the seller? B and Co. Who is the buyer? C and Co. The goods have been sold for what value? Sold goods plus invoice plus bills of exchange. Worth how much? 60 na? 60,000. 60,000. Okay. Did the customer accept the bill? Did customer accept bill? So 2 will be acceptance of bill. As of now, who's the holder of bill? As of now, who's the holder of bill? B and Co. But B and Co is fearing that, like previous transactions, what if I forget to present the bill on the due date, I will not receive my money. Hence, to get on-time payment, we are entrusting the responsibility of collection to the banker. So here, banker. So we are now transferring the bill. Transferring the bills receivable to banker for collection. Okay, not okay. For this, banker will charge money. Have they given any charge here? Have they given any charge here? No. So can I assume bank charges 100 rupees? Bank charges 100 rupees. Because in that I have to cover the bank charges entry also. எல்லாமே ஒரே இதில் முடிச்சிடலாம். ஓகேவா? So here the bank is going to charge 100 rupees for their service. Now, on the maturity date, what will the banker do? On the maturity date, what will the banker do? Banker will present the bill. Present bill and receive money. Receive money. Will the banker give the money to itself? No. Banker will then hand over the money. Banker will then hand over the money to seller. So fifth one is transfer money to B and Co. Look at the arrow mark. Banker will hand over the money to B and Co. Okay, not okay. Order தெளிவா இருக்கா? Order is clear? Okay. When is the bill drawn? Oh, date itself is not given. Leave it. Okay. What is entered in books of seller? On the date of sale, I'm assuming this is a sale transaction. We have assumed here as a sale transaction. So on the date of sale, what is entry by B and Co? C and Co account debit to sales. How much? 60,000. 60,000. Okay, not okay. We've assumed the sales here. We'll discuss one topic called as accommodation of bill, where the bill of exchange will be created, accepted, etc. But there'll be no sale, no purchase. I'll talk about accommodation of the bill in the upcoming class. That's why I said here we are assuming there is a sale. The same question can be assumed without sale also. That becomes your accommodation of bill concept. I'm not teaching that. I'm teaching now basics. So we are assuming here sale transaction. Okay, va? You will get this information clarity in better way when I do accommodation of bill. அப்போ உனக்கு இதோட அர்த்தம் என்னங்கிறது புரியும். That's why I'm putting 10 times in your head. What am I assuming here? What am I assuming here? Sale transaction. Okay. Then on the date of acceptance, what is entry? On the date of acceptance, what is entry? Bills receivable account debit to C and Co. 60,000, 60,000. In the beginning of this class, you were struggling to pass the second entry. At the end of this class, you are able to seamlessly answer the second entry. Got it, not got it. Why? Because all the questions that we have done, we've done all this entry multiple times. Hence, that gave you confidence to answer this entry. Hence, this is a proof that any topic which seems difficult initially can become easy by understanding it conceptually and doing multiple revision and practice. As simple as this. இது தாண்டி ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. இது மட்டும் நீங்க பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த CA டிகிரி வந்து உங்க கையில வரதுக்கு வந்து nobody can stop you. And I'm telling you, CA course is not a tough course. It's a very easy course. The only problem is I've changed it. CA is not even challenging course. It is easy course. But to get this in hand, what is required? Consistent practice, revision, test. Got it, not got it. The portions are huge in volume. So that huge volume for a second will scare you. Purinjida? Volume is very huge. That's why you feel that it is very challenging. But if you study gradually, one thing at a time, aram se, slowly, peacefully, it is not something which you cannot understand. You will understand eventually. With proper conceptual clarity and revision, you will get it. So it's huge in volume to study. Ana, it is very easy. Okay, va. No time to motivate. Let me continue. One day I'll get the time and I'll motivate. Okay, now. What is happening next? What is happening next? Sir, we are transferring this bill for collection. So here, what entry should I pass? Sir, one thing I know, sir. On the date of transfer of bill, from my hand, bill is going out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. 2, bills receivable is going out 60,000. What should I debit now? Innu paisa varla. I'm yet to receive the money. But now, I'm expecting this money to come from whom? Banker. So can I put bank account debit? No. Bank account debit அப்படின்னு என்ன உன் பேங்க்ல பணம் வந்துருச்சுன்னு அர்த்தம். வந்துச்சா வரல. எப்போ வரும்? ஃபியூச்சர்ல. It will come in future. Have you received it? No. So I have to create a new ledger called as bill sent for collection ledger. So here it is going to be bill sent for collection account debit 60,000. 2 bills receivable 60,000. Got it? Not got it? So in the first entry, people, in the first entry or after the first entry, how is my balance sheet looking like? Balance sheet assets என்ன இருக்கு தெரியுமா? C&Co. From C&Co I have to receive 60,000 அப்படின்னு காமிக்குது. After the first entry, in my balance sheet, the 60,000 should be received from whom? C&Co. Who is C&Co? Unsecured debtor. After the second entry, C&Co is gone. In place of that, what is there? Bills receivable 60,000. So this 60,000 from whom are you supposed to receive? C&Co only. C&Co only. But now it is in form of bill. Appadina secured. But the moment you pass the third entry, you cancelled BR by giving a credit. So the same 60,000, now you're supposed to receive from whom? Bank. But if you put bank here, it becomes wrong, no? Bank account debit means what? When money is already received in bank, appo the bank debit பண்ணுவீங்க. Appo to differentiate that bank and this bank, you have to create a new ledger name called as bill sent for collection. Appo balance sheetல bill sent for collection account அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சது அப்படின்னா, what does it mean? What does it mean? This much money we have to receive from the banker against the bill which is transferred to him for collection purpose. Got it? Not got it? So C&Co account is opened here and closed here. BR account is opened here and closed here. Whatever you have sold, you receive this money from the banker in future. The responsibility of collection is entrusted to the banker. Then what happens? Fourth transaction is happening between the banker and C&Co. Will this be recorded in the books of B&Co seller? No. So this transaction will not come in books of B&Co. Now banker has got the money. So what is banker supposed to do? Banker is supposed to hand over money to the B&Co, which is seller. So fourth transaction, collection done by banker. No journal entry in books of seller. The banker is going to the seller, what do you call, customer and collecting money. No, that collection entry we will not pass. Then what entry we will pass? The money which is collected by the banker, which we will receive, no, that entry will pass. So on the date of receipt of money, what entry will you pass? Will banker give you full money? No, he will deduct his charges and give. So bank எவ்வளவு பைசா வந்திருக்கு? How much money? 60,000 rupees bank is collected. In that he'll keep his charges 100 rupees and give 59,900. So 59,900 is coming. How much money is not coming? 100. That is not called as discounting charges. It is called as bank charges. Bank charges is different. Discounting charges is different. Bank charges are the service given by the banker. Purida? Got it? Not got it? That is 100. Debit all expense and losses. The moment I gave this service to banker is doing the service for me அப்படின்னா அவனுக்கு அந்த சர்வீஸ்க்கு காசு கொடுக்கணும் இல்லையா? அந்த காசு நான் கொடுத்தது வந்து என்னோட செலவு. Debit all expense and losses. That is my expenditure. Debit all expense and losses. And we have to close the bill sent for collection asset ledger. This asset ledger I have to close or not? Yes. So what will be the next credit? To bill sent for collection. How much? 60,000. The moment I pass this entry, now what happens in the balance sheet, people? In the balance sheet, this will go. What will come? In bank, 59,900 will come. So are you able to see the transition? Are you able to see the transition happening in the balance sheet after each entry? After each entry, what is the impact of that on the balance sheet? That ascertainment should be there in your mind. Appoda you're pakka chart accountant. Got it, not got it. This entry is done in books of B and Co. In C and Co, what is entry for purchase? Purchase account debit to B and Co. How much? 60,000, 60,000. Next, bill is accepted. What is entry for bill accepted? B and Co. account debit to bills payable. How much? 60,000, 60,000. Tell me, people. B and Co. is transferring the bills of receivable to banker for collection. This transaction is between whom and whom? B and Co. and banker. Will C and Co. record this? No. So no entry for response transferring the bill to the banker for collection. Okay. Then what is happening? Banker is giving the bill to C and Co. and C and Co. is making the payment. So what is entry for making the payment? Whoever is giving the bill, as long as the customer is concerned, whoever is giving the bill to that person will make the payment. With that, my liability is over. So what is a closure of liability? Bills payable account debit. The moment I make the payment, my liability is closed. And what is going out? From my bank account, money is going out 60,000 rupees. That's all. Very simple entry. In the books of customer, there is no impact of bill discounting, bill endorsement, and bill sent for collection. In the moon scenario, customer books of accounts la end impact kadiyadu. Got it, not got it. Normal transaction will appear in the books of customer. So what are we done with? We're done with 4 cases of bill. One is bill held till maturity by the seller. Second is bill discounted with the bank. Third is bill endorsed to the creditor or third party. Fourth is bill sent for collection. In all the 4 cases, we only spoke about honourment of the bill. On the maturity date, if the bill is honored, then what entry will come is what we have discussed. What is yet to be discussed? If on the maturity date, bill is dishonored, what entry has to be passed? So that is a subject matter of discussion for tomorrow. Tomorrow, what time are we meeting? 5 o'clock sharp. So 5 to 6:30 is the target for tomorrow. Okay, ba. Can I wind up? Fantastic. So guys, that's all from my side for today's session. I'll see you all tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. sharp. Until then, bye-bye. See you. Take care. Thank you so much.